Do you think it is over for you? Do you want to give up on yourself because you think there is no more hope for you in that situation that you find yourself? Tears and pain, worries and heartbreak have always been the stories that make up your days and the experience of your life. You want to let go of what you have worked hard for because you are finding it difficult to get a glorious end result to what you are doing. You have tried all that you can, but really nothing is working for you. Listen, there is always a limit to the power and the capacity of every human. As a matter of fact, man was not designed to help himself because the power locked in man is not enough to help him out of his predicament. And that is the reason it is written in Isaiah 40 verse 29. He gives power to the faint and weary, and to him who has no might he increases strength, causing it to multiply and making it to abound. 30. Even youth shall faint and be weary, and selected young men shall feebly stumble and fall exhausted. The walk of every human on earth is not for him to stand on his own power and strength, because they are by default meant to fall and be weary. It is only God that cannot be weary or faint. You do not have to end it there because you think you cannot go on with such situations again. You do not have to give up because nobody is interested in helping you out of your trouble and pain. Listen, it is human to abandon fellow humans, but God can never. He will stand by you and walk with you even when you go through all kinds of pain and worries in your life. Listen, God said, if you go through troubles, He will deliver you when you call on me. If you go through the waters, He will deliver you. And when you walk through the fire, He is there with you. God asked a question that is very striking to the heart of them that believe in the Lord. He said, I am the God of all flesh. Is there anything too difficult for me to do for you? That is God asking you that question. That is God trying to inform your heart that those situations in your life may not go the way you want it to go. Everything may be working against you right now. Though you have tried not to let the issues weigh you, but you always see yourself on the ground and the situation is becoming tiring and you are fed up already. You want to give up on God. You want to give up on yourself. You want to abandon your dreams and your goals because you have lost all hope. Everything will be all right. God is still the God that does sudden things. God is never late into any situation. God comes when the power and the wisdom of man fails and has ended. That is when God shows up to deliver them that trust in Him. Do you still hold to yourself what is left for you to live on? To man, that is the end. To you, it is not the end, because that is where God will come in to save the situation and take the glory. He does not do little things. When God comes into a situation, it means that it has gone beyond the capacity of human beings. That relationship that seems to be facing difficulties, that marriage that seems to be faced with challenges. God will rescue that marriage and that relationship for things to be as He has designed. Why are you downcast? Have you not heard that God is the God of all wonders? Have you not heard that God is the God that does things suddenly when no man expects it? The Red Sea would have been the end of the journey for the people of Israel when they left Egypt to possess the land which the Lord God Almighty had promised to their fathers. They should have given up and willingly returned to the land of their master, the Egyptian. But while they saw impossibilities, while all they saw was the end, while the sea spoke difficulties, God was looking down from his throne. And he is still looking at us today, because that is what makes him God. Suddenly, while Moses related with God over the matter and a need for God to do something about their situation, God told him what to do, and God parted the sea for them to pass. Who among them would have known that there will be a way across the sea? Who would have thought of such sudden acts from God? Even Moses did not know. The reason he went back to God was because he knew God will always come up with a solution. God did it suddenly, and they were rescued. Lazarus was dead before Jesus got to his family to see his sisters. But the situation was hopeless and critically difficult for them. Suddenly, when Jesus came into the scene, there was life again. There was joy again. There was hope again. Dead Lazarus came back to life, and the tears of his sisters were turned into their testimony. Suddenly, God did it. When God said, "There is still hope," never doubt it, that there is always hope as far as God liveth. Even the dead will have their life again. Nobody will know that it will happen, but God will always do it, because that is how he does his things, to the amusement of people. Look at yourself and say to yourself that God is still going to do something for you at the right time. God is going to come up suddenly to save you from death and destruction. God is going to do it suddenly to bless you and put that smile in your mouth and give your heart that joy. God is him that does things at his own pace and timing. What you may see as sudden may be God's comfortable timing and right time. That is who God is. Do not give up now, because he is still in the business of changing lives and turning things around for those that are called by his name and those that have trusted in him. God will never fail the people that call upon him. God will not let you down. Though the situation may have lasted for a while, and you may begin to think God has left you, he has not, and he will never. Do not listen to the words of discouragement from people. Do not pay attention to people telling you to curse God, like the wife of Job advised her husband. Look up to God and let him change the situation of things in your life. It is not over for you until the situation has changed for your favor. God is still on that matter. God is still going to do it, and your heart will be filled with joy again. Be encouraged that lots of people from the scriptures and even in our time trusted God, and at a time when nobody expected it, God did it for them, and laughter filled their hearts to handle the challenging situations in their lives, and God changed the situation. That is what God is going to do for you suddenly, when you do not expect it, when the situation seems very difficult. Again, look up to God that does things suddenly for his people, and that situation will be handled. Yes, it is not easy for you, but you must keep trusting God. Yes, you have been trusting God, but you have not received the answers you need. Continue to trust in him. He will do your miracle at the time you least expect it. Your miracle and your change of story will come suddenly when you least expect it. Believe that God is going to come suddenly into that situation. Then you will see God, him giving you peace, even in the turbulent waters. You will see God giving you victory over your fear. God makes all things new, suddenly. If you want to know the power of God, then do not give up on him. Let your faith be steadfast and built on him, unshaken, and do not be moved by the things that you are going through. God cannot compromise his own nature, and neither can he compromise who he is. God will change that situation in your life. The answers you seek, He will give them to you. Just believe in Him, and He will manifest His power in your life and in every situation concerning you.